Hello, party people. It's Randy for Thunderhorse Descendant. I'm here today with our first project from the Bargain Bead Box, Voyager. So if you've been hanging out with us on Morning Coffee, you have seen that we have designed this little guy right here using the compass and the crystal. And so I'm super excited that this is going to be our first project from the box. So if you notice, when I design, I put this little tape right here. This one says October 10th, 2007. These are bookbinding, copies of bookbinding numbers. I don't know why I do that, but anyway, so on the box, I put the same stickers so that I can pull and get the design and the beads. So let's get down to the mat and start working on our first Bargain Bead Box project of June. Okay, so this is what the design looked like. It is going to be a strung necklace with a toggle clasp, and we're going to use the compass and the crystal is what it looks like. So I have pulled those beads from the box, and I am just going to get them into little cups. Everybody always asks me where I get my cups. I get them at the Dollar Tree, and you can get them, they're like 12 for $1, and you can get them in the wedding section is where they keep them. I think they're for appetizers. So we're going to be using the white Z beads, the white crystals, get those ready to go here, the lapis beads, and the lapis crystal. This one is a fairly simple design, but honestly, guys, I feel a little rusty since we kind of took a little time off from the Bargain Bead Box. I figured we better just start small. Got our 4 little red ones, our compass, our crystal, and a toggle clasp. So that is what we are working with. So if you've been following along with me, here is kind of, I'm going to walk you through as I get my beading wire and things. What I do is I try to put myself into the mindset of, if I had just this box, what would I make with it? So that's why I don't add items to my designs. So this is Beadalon 19 strand in silver. So we're going to go ahead and use that, just stringing today. Let's drop that on the floor. And so what I try to do is I try to get my Bargain Bead Box, and I think, okay, if I just had this Bargain Bead Box, what could I make? And that's why I don't add anything. And then also, I then make the rest of my projects as if this is all that I've had. So clearly, as I eliminate beads from my stash from the box, the designs become a lot more interesting because, you know, you're out of those beads or that type of bead. So that's kind of the challenge for me that I set up for myself. And so if you like to do that, you're welcome to come along and participate. What am I doing here? I think I am going to go with a wire guardian and a bead cover. So I'm just getting all my stuff ready here. And we're going to use the toggle clasp, so I don't have to worry about that. And then I need a crimp bead. So that's kind of how I do the Bargain Bead Box. I think that it's kind of fun because it makes the projects a little bit harder as you move forward because you have limited beads. And also, if you were a person who only had this, maybe you don't have a lot of stash, or, you know, maybe you're new to beading, or you just also like the challenge like I do, it makes it kind of fun. So, highly recommend. All right, so I got my horseshoe on there. I am going to go ahead and I'm going to put my female toggle on there. Now, originally when we made this plan on morning coffee, I said, you know, I don't necessarily love a toggle on a necklace unless it's in the front, but this is what they've given us to work with. So we're going to do it. I would love to hear how you guys are coming along with your voyaging with the Voyager box. Although there was a little delay this month and whatever, my experience has always been good with Bargain Bead Box. This is the first time in over 2 years since I've had it that it's ever been late or not on time. So I am crimping this, which apparently requires concentration. But yeah, I don't know. Some people have reported that they were a little, you know, expecting a little more because of the delay, but you know, it is what it is. And I said originally, I don't really care for the red, white, and blue motif of the box or colorway of the box. That's just me personally. But I do see how it could be beneficial because we're coming up on, you know, 4th of July, and you could make some nice themed jewelry. So okay, I'm looking at the design, and it appears like we didn't really have a rhyme or a reason in the design when we did it. It looks like the only thing that we really mentioned is that we wanted to have the red beads coming here. So I think what I'll do now that I got my stringing wire started is I'm actually going to first connect these two components together so they're ready to pop on there when we get there. So all I'm going to do for that is I'm going to get some oval jump rings out. And let's see, bright silver, is that what we're using? Oh, I also have some little, let me try this. I got these little 4mm locking jump rings. If you're ever looking for locking jump rings, or oval jump rings for that matter, I at Thunderhorse Descendant keep them in stock on my website as much as I possibly can. So FYI on that, if you are looking for those types of findings that I use, they are available on thunderhorsedescendant.com, and I will put a link in the description for you. It looks like because of the way this is hanging, I am going to have to use 2 jump rings, which is fine. That's fine. So I got 2 jump rings on there. I am a firm believer in locking jump rings and oval jump rings. That's pretty much what I use all the time. So now we have our little compass. Let me get you down there a little further so you can see. So we got our little compass, and then I'm thinking we should maybe put, I was going to say we should put a bail on it, but they haven't provided us a bail, so I am just going to use a larger 8mm oval jump ring, that's pretty big, but I think it's going to be in between these 2 Z beads when we start the necklace. So if it's too big and it looks kind of weird, we might have to go down to a smaller size, but I really like the gauge on these 8mm since this is going to be the pendant portion. So they're just a little more trustworthy, I think. Oh, I think it's going to be fine. All right, so we got our pendant going, easy peasy. I'm just going to put the rest of these little crimp beads in here. And now, see, oh, that was, let me just dump these out because now that I'm looking at it, we have limited. I was thinking we had a lot more of these for some reason, but we do not. So I am going to kind of put my design together a little bit like this. And I'm kind of putting all my colors right here in the front, and the rest will pretty much be white. So I am going to put a few white. I better sprinkle a few white in here as we go. Kind of designing on the fly right here. We'll do blue and then white. Okay. And then for the rest of it, it's mostly going to be, I think I will color block. I'm going to start with the white and then the blue. So when I have limited beads, I'm just going to show you what I do. So this is what I've gotten so far with my design. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take these beads and I'm going to split them. And you don't have to count them. I mean, you can if you want to, but I'm just going to split them up so that when I start my stringing process, there's one extra. I have enough for each side of the necklace, because I don't know how many times I've been like, oh, it looks like enough, I'm just gonna wing it. Yeah, well, it doesn't always work out. So I'm just gonna go like that. So now these portion here will be for this side of the necklace, and this portion over here will be for this side of the necklace. So I'm just going to put that off to the side for right now. And we're just going to jump into starting the stringing with the white. Actually, yeah, I'm thinking, should I start with the, I think I'm going to start with the, I mean, I want the lapis to show more, but they're smaller. So actually, I think I'm going to start with the lapis and then move into the white, because I think the taper of it, you know, as the necklace comes down, the taper of that is going to be better, because those white beads, I think, are an 8mm rondelle. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the lapis and just make sure that's in there. And I foresee this necklace being about 24 inches, 22 to 24 inches. I do want to make it a little longer since it has a toggle and it's not going to be adjustable. So I am going to make it a little longer. And right now I'm just putting on all of the blue lapis and stringing those on. And now those are on, and I can move on to the white. So I'm just color blocking this. I feel like color blocking matches this theme of the Voyager, or of kind of like the boating. You know, it had the anchors and things like that. And I feel like color blocking kind of matches that. So that's why I'm doing it this way. I don't know that we'll necessarily need to use all these white beads, but we'll see where we're at. I don't think we do. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. May as well make it an even 10 with the white. And then I'm not going to use these 4 and put those back. And I'm going to move right into my pattern right here. And I think this blue bead was actually, is he supposed to be there? I don't think so. I think he just came rolling out of somewhere. So I'm just going to move him to the side. Maybe not. I hear Jakey toes. Jakey is my hound dog. He's looking for me. In the last video I made, Mr. Bunsen was crying because he got stung by a bee. My cat. He stung his paw, I think, or something. It's swollen. So he's been... Everybody's wandering around wondering where Mom is. I'm down here, Jake. Okay. So then I'm just going to string this on through the... through there. The oval jump ring. Oh yeah, I think it's going to sit in there quite nice. And I'm going to put this, make sure that back part is to the back. And then I'm just going to continue on here through the other side. I think the length of it is going to be perfect. Okay guys, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put on the other side of our toggle clasp, but I think it turned out really nice. I like the color blocking. Excuse me. So I'm just going to put on a crimp bead and a wire guardian. Oh, well, I need that too. So I got my crimp bead on there, my wire guardian. And then I put on the male portion of my toggle clasp. Just bring that down on the horseshoe or the wire guardian. And then I'm going to go back through this crimp bead and a couple of these little lapis stones. And I'm just going to pull that down. And then I'm going to zoom you out a little bit. I take and I lift my project up. I know you guys can't see me right now, but I want, because this is going to be hanging, you know, on your neck. So you always want to check to see what it's actually going to be like when you have gravity, you know, working against you. I don't want it to be too tight, but I don't want it to be too loose either. So when I did that, I realized, and I thought it was tight enough, I could see string over here. So that's why it's important to just give it a little once over, you know. Once I got all that in place the way I want it, I'm going to come in with my crimp tool. And I'm going to crimp. And give that a little inspection. Looks good. Pull test is good. I'm going to come on in with my bead along cutter, and I'm just going to get as close up to the bead as I can. And then I'm going to give it a snip. And we are Dunzo. So now we have our little compass necklace. I like it, you guys. I think it turned out really cute. That's our first project of the Voyager box. I'll get you some photos and a little video as well. But that's what it looks like. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope you're enjoying these projects, and I invite everybody to come to Morning Coffee to help design. We're always doing designs in the little design book over there, and everybody gets to put their opinion in and just have chat and some good fun things. Just talking about bead and stuff. So I hope you guys will come check it out. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and check out the rest of my bargain bead box playlist. I have a whole playlist of videos where things I've made over the past I don't know that it's been a year, but over the past little while anyway, with the bargain bead box components. And next week I will be back to make another project. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.